The messages that Swami miraculously transmitted clearly reflect his teachings, addressing us as believers and embodiments of divinity. The transmitter as Parabrahman. The messages describe the female principle, Mother Wisdom, Mother Dharma, Mother Earth, as being in distress, as seen in the sensory material world. The messages describe Swami directing us in a yajna for purification of a higher wisdom that unites, and that mind power, mental principle, is all ego and not real. Holy One, Brahman, is the basis of the world. We see that the spiritual motivation of all creation is love and truth, absolutely consistent with Swami's teaching and with the teachings of Amitabha, Buddha of light, in the Mahayana and Vajrayana traditions. We see that this is the time for the path and promise to overcome separation and merge into the loving oneness of Parabrahman. I have reviewed messages 1 through 5 in a prior post. And now let's look at messages 6 through 10, which describe how the drama will unfold. Take note that in message 10, Parabrahman, Satya Sai, lovingly describes that he has seen our suffering and is the song of the Satya Yuga, absolute peace. We are led to merge into the absolute peace of Parabrahman. In message 10, we begin to see the entrance of a dark force, creating a fearful reality, and message 11 describes the suffering created by a left-hand teacher, this dark force, who wants control of the mind of man and must be countered. This dark teacher of suffering is a great illusion, non-truth, to be described further in my next post. We are instructed to be strong and not dally in countering non-truth, but rise into a higher consciousness and action that establishes unity in Parabrahman. Now let us review messages 6 through 10, up to the point of what I consider the crux of the messages, the description of the negative dark force described in message 11 that has polluted our minds and distracted us from truth, and that must be countered. And here I read with Jackie the English translation of message number 6, received by Jackie while on the locked ward of a psychiatric hospital. It should be noted that a patient is placed on a locked ward and closely searched to protect them from harming themselves or others, and then closely watched for their protection and to assess their status. No Sanskrit notes or texts or unusual spiritual or religious items were noted during the search. Yet Jackie retrieved 4 messages on the locked ward. This is one of the first ones that you wrote. Well done, great believer. I am the divine element. I am the Lord Master. Aim or purpose, unfolding of what is within you.
And her.
And her. To breathe down, cosmic consciousness. Here is Professor Timal Sina's Sanskrit version of the text. And here is Professor Timal Sina's translation of the text. Well done, great believer. I am the divine principle. I am the I consciousness, seed of life. Supreme power of knowledge. I am the consciousness in the form of Ishwara during deep sleep. The aim of this yuga is the unfolding of what is within us. Kundalini, the divine female, is the prana, manifested as Jackie. Forbearance is the wisdom. Sacrifice is for the breathing down of cosmic consciousness. The teacher moves us from ego and the world of desire to the divine state of Vishnu, Satya, Shiva.
There is no religion higher than truth. Great believer, the jewel in the lotus, Hum.
Hum is from the Buddhist mantra Om Mani Padme Hum and means wisdom of oneness.
Within the heart of every being is Atman.
There is no religion higher than truth. Great believer, the jewel in the lotus, Hum. Within the heart of every being is Atman. You, Sam Jackie, each are disciples, you and female principal. One who initiates or has entered the stream. Female and Sai Baba are to go to heaven. There is no sorrow that enters with departed. It's a happy place. It's non-fearing, a non-duality. I am Brahman, mover in the sky. Female principal is a disciple as you. You and female principal are two. One who literally follows the other literally. Do not dally or hold on. Let God, truth, assure you. Bliss and divine song to take you to consciousness of waking, dreaming, and deep sleep with divine state. Pure heart of man, I am absolute highest degree of spirituality, the self, oneness, the divine aspect.
Female principle has sense of smell of truth, great devotion, intelligence, sense of taste from Satya, with boundless love, Sai Baba.
Female principle has sense of smell of truth, great devotion, and intelligence. Sense of taste from Satya, with boundless love, Baba. The seventh message tells us that there is no religion higher than truth. This eighth message draws attention to the senses and truth, reminding us that the senses can draw awareness to the truth from which they arise, or to non-truth. In this case, the female principal's senses are associated with truth. The Bhagavad Gita teaches, let the senses keep to their places, which in this text means their Atmic origin, the truth. It is only when they start contact with objects that the twin distractions, joy and grief, get produced. The object-ward movement of the senses is the cause of grief and its twin joy. Endless Shining One, believer, female principal's psychic powers and higher mind are adverse to girl now down on earth. You contact her non-injury knowledge, literally without form, primordial spatial substance, body of law, hence immortal. Mind power, mental principle is all ego and not real. Holy One is the basis of the world. That is the truth. Message 7 spoke about the time when Sai Baba and the female principal go to heaven. I understand this to be the time when these messages are to be revealed. They have specific meaning for our current time, even though transmitted 37 years ago. This ninth message identifies something adverse or harmful to the female principal, and reminds us that mind power, mental principle, is all ego and not real. that the Holy One is the basis of the world. In message 10, we find a significant turning point in which we better understand the reason for these messages. My patient, the female principal, feels that something important will happen today.
This is Thursday morning, the 23rd, and you were discharged from the hospital last Friday, about 6 days ago.
And I got this feeling that something was going to happen, and it was an overwhelming feeling. But it was going to happen today, I think.
Any thought of what it could be?
No.
But just something was going to happen today?
Then we decipher the 10th message that describes an upheaval by the voice, Parabrahman, Satya Sai Baba, that also describes itself as absolute peace, seeming to indicate protection. Let's look at the 10th message.
Let's try.
You want me to try it?
Mm-hmm.
Astika, Asmi,
Trimurti.
Trimurti, Brahma, Asmi, Sai Baba.
And here is the 10th message, written in Sanskrit by Professor Timilsina. Astika, Asmi Trimurti Brahman, Asmi Sai Baba, Iti Maya Shrutam, Lokita Yoni Phala, Yuga Phala, Asmi Sloka Yuga Sat Prashanti. And here is the English translation by Professor Timilsina. Believer, I am the three forms of God, and also the formless Brahman. I am Sai Baba. Thus I have heard, I have seen the upheavals of both time, Yuga, and creation, Yoni. I am the glory of time and the truth beyond time, absolute peace. The message describes an upheaval, but leaves me wondering why the patient thought something unusual would happen today. That something unusual did happen. Jackie left this 10th message session in good spirits, but soon returned in abject terror. She had a vision of a dark force, causing the fearful reality of our current times, as well as the divisive suffering within our Psi organization. More about this dark force and our need to counter it in the next post. The messages so far describe profound truths about divinity and Psi's oneness with Parabrahman, giving us confidence in their authority and purity. In message 11 that will follow, Swami describes a dark force of fear and suffering and our need to act.
Radhika Jeevana, Radhika Jeevana, Radhika Jeevana, Radhika Jeevana, Krishna Janardana.